All right, now I'm ready on Hicks. This is case number 224502301, people of the state of Michigan versus Roderick Hicks. The defendant is charged with operating while visibly impaired. Somebody is giving me some horrible feedback. And today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Roderick Hicks. Mr. Hicks, sir, please tell your full name.
Good morning, my name is Roderick Hicks.
Today is the date set for sentencing. Good morning. The court has had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. With respect to the report, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the people?
Judge, I don't see any additions, deletions, or corrections on behalf of the people.
On behalf of the defense?
On behalf of Mr. Hicks, we've had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report. Your Honor, we do find it to be factually correct. We have no additions or deletions, and Mr. Hicks does stand ready for sentencing.
All right, with respect to sentencing, is there anything on behalf of the people?
Nothing on behalf of the people, Judge.
Anything on behalf of the defense?
On behalf of Mr. Hicks, Your Honor, we would just advise the court that with regard to on page 6 in the substance abuse use and treatment section, Mr. Hicks has applied.
I think that's you, Ms. Stevenson. Your mic is hitting on something.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Apologize for that, Your Honor.
Okay.
So Mr. Hicks has applied for a medical marijuana card, Your Honor. He has recently, I don't know that it's reflected in the it's not in the health section. He recently had some surgery, Your Honor. And instead of treating that pain with the narcotics, which have been prescribed, because Mr. Hicks does not want to get addicted to any painkillers.
Crack me up trying to act like weed is the solution to opioid addiction. Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's a good alternative, and whether I think it or not, that's what Mr. Hicks thinks, and that's what's been most helpful to him.
Get addicted to weed and not the opioid. Okay, go ahead.
He's applied for his medical marijuana card, Your Honor. And then I want the court to note that Mr. Hicks has a sobriety date. And that
not
is
if he's smoking weed. He don't have no sobriety date smoking weed, ma'am. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sobriety date with regard to the consumption of alcohol, which is what brought him before this court, Your Honor. So Mr. Hicks continues to seek support and refrain from the consumption of alcohol so that he won't get any more drinking and driving related convictions, Your Honor. I do also want the court to be aware that Mr. Hicks is moving toward resolution of the outstanding matters over at the Third Circuit. I've advised him to be in touch, actually to go on over there to Clinton Street so he can try to talk to somebody about resolving those probation violations that he was not aware were in warrant status. And the matter over at the 36th District Court does already have a court date on it. Mr. Hicks' driving privileges are restricted, but he is able to drive legally as long as he abides by those restrictions. Little bit concerned about some of the conditions that the court might impose upon him for probation because Mr. Hicks' significant other with whom he resides has cerebral palsy. So after he finishes working 6 days a week, Mr. Hicks, in addition to tending to his own medical treatment through therapy appointments and whatnot, is responsible for caring for that individual, Your Honor, making sure that everything is running smoothly around the house and providing her with whatever assistance she would need as she is mobility impaired. But I do believe that Mr. Hicks is ready to go ahead and put this matter behind him, and he does stand ready for sentencing at this time.
Would Mr. Hicks like to make a statement on his own behalf?
Yes. I appreciate what all y'all doing for me, but I got a lot of stuff that I be doing, trying to look out for my friends and everything. But I'm just asking the court to be a bit lenient on me with, cause I go to therapy 5 times a week after work with the, cause they tell me sending me to treatment to these classes, and I don't see how my all this stuff.
Okay. Sounds to me like Mr. Hicks wants me to reject the recommendation from probation and sentence him to 93 days in the Wayne County Jail.
No.
Yeah, because you just said, I appreciate what you all doing for me, but I don't have time to do this probation. That's what you just said.
I heard him
I'm
ask for leniency with regard to the conditions, Your Honor.
Exactly. What does leniency with respect to the conditions mean, Ms. Stevenson? Maybe my understanding is different. He said, I got a lot of stuff to do. And can I get leniency with respect to the conditions?
I don't think it means send me to jail instead of the conditions. I think it just means I'd like to not have to do all that, but I didn't hear him say he wanted to go to jail.
Oh,
if that's the only alternative.
Where's the leniency that I can impose? So help me with the conditions. Which ones can I?
Well, Your Honor, I really don't need no leniency. Whatever the terms I got to do with the probation. The other stuff have to be just.
I think the recommendation of the outpatient inpatient treatment, which the court does not normally
well, he's smoking weed on a daily basis without a medical marijuana card. He needs treatment.
Or the card,
right, which is treatment.
On the way.
Ms. Stevenson, I don't care about no card that's on the way.
Understood, Judge.
He needs treatment. And so listen, let me say this, I know I'm the lone man out. Maybe it's a couple of us out here in the world who agree with this position, but I think it's just ridiculous and a shame. It's the same, it's the same thing about how they, treat heroin addiction with methadone. I'm just substituting one addiction for another. So yeah, he hasn't been drinking, but he smoked weed on a daily basis. And now we're going to try to use the excuse, well, I don't want to take the prescribed medication because I don't want to get addicted to that. Let me tell you what they sell over the counter. Medicine. I had major surgery and I didn't want to get addicted to the drugs either. So I took them about twice because that pain when you first come out of surgery is just almost unbearable. Then I took the prescribed narcotic twice. And then I told my son, run over there and get me some over-the-counter Tylenol, over-the-counter Advil. Nobody's in that much pain that you just got. If you're in that much pain, the only thing weed is doing is getting you so high that you don't know you in pain, right? And if you're in that much pain over the long haul, long term, a prescription for opioids has an expiration date. Now people skim and scam and they take them and then they say, I'm addicted, then I want some more. Because they chasing that high. That's the same thing the people smoking weed doing. Because if they were really interested in the medicinal properties of the marijuana, they would only get that. Because it is possible to separate the two. It absolutely is possible to get the medicinal properties out of the marijuana without the part of the marijuana that make you that get you high. But don't nobody want that. They want to get high. So I'm not the one to come in here and act like, now, is he going to get a medical marijuana card? Of course he is, because I could get a medical marijuana card. I could say I'm coughing and they'll give me a medical marijuana card. I could say this hangnail on my finger is hurting so bad and I will get a medical marijuana card. So is he going to get the medical marijuana card? I'm sure. I'm sure nobody has been declined a medical marijuana card. But until he does, until he has a valid medical marijuana card, he going to treatment. I don't know how long it's going to take him to get the medical marijuana card. And it seemed like to me, if he really needed it, he would have had it already. But the only reason he getting it is because he on probation now, and he know that I'm not going to let him smoke weed. And all of this daily smoking weed, I thought it was a limit to how much weed you could have with the law, but of course, nobody's enforcing that. So we're going to keep acting like, you know, it's not what it is until it's some big billboard signs on the freeway saying there's a marijuana epidemic instead of an opioid epidemic. We just switching out one thing for the next thing. When I read Mr. Hicks' pre-sentence investigation, I said, he's not a good candidate for probation. That's what I said when I read it. He's not a good candidate for probation. It's going to be a waste of my time again. He has 2 warrants out for his arrest that you say he don't even know he didn't even know he had, and they're probation violation warrants. So it's 2 cases out in the world that he's on probation for, and you're saying he didn't even know he was supposed to be doing what he's supposed to be doing. They put a warrant out for him. He didn't even know. So why would I put him? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I gave you a chance to say what you're going to say. I gave Ms. Stevenson a chance. Now it's my turn. So I'm thinking to myself, why would I put him on probation and he already has 2 probation warrants with the 3rd Circuit Court? He is not a good candidate for probation. Now I'm going to give him an opportunity to prove me wrong, or give an opportunity to prove me right. But if he proves me right, I'm not giving all these chances. I'm revoking the probation. If he's going to use the excuses that you all gave me today, his medical condition, his significant other medical condition, his work schedule, if all of those things are going to interfere with his ability to stay on the outside of the jail, trust and believe he's going to go on the inside of the jail, and those things will be placed on hold for however 93 days, 90 days, whatever. It's just to be a 3-month gap. So either he wants to address the issues, or he just want to go ahead and knock out the time and don't address the issues and come out the same way he went in. Because going to jail for 90 days is no opportunity for any rehabilitative efforts. There's no opportunity. Going to jail for 90 days, that's just a punishment. It's not even a program he could sign up with in jail if he's only there for 90 days. At the point that I put somebody in jail for 90 days, it is purely punitive. It has nothing to do with rehabilitation. It's only to say for 90 days, maybe he won't be able to smoke weed. For 90 days, maybe his system will get cleaned out from this miracle marijuana. This is the only drug that can treat cancer and a hung toenail. This is the only drug that can treat glaucoma and a hurt back. It's the only prescription that everybody get the same prescription. We go in the doctor. I don't know why we still getting these other prescriptions. The doctor should just everybody start making marijuana. And then the price gonna go up. Just stop treating with this other stuff because we have found the miracle cure. We have found it. And it is weed. It is something you can grow in your own backyard. So I don't know why the cancer patients doing chemotherapy. I don't know why anybody is doing anything. I don't know why I have this inhaler. I don't know why I got that inhaler. Because I'm sure if I smoke weed, I forget that I'm coughing. I'm sure if I smoke weed, my chest won't be expanding when I'm coughing. I'm sure. So maybe I need to just apply for a medical. I bet you if I put asthma on a sheet, they'll give me a medical marijuana card. Now tell me how marijuana gonna help asthma. Tell me how marijuana gonna help allergies. Okay. Nonetheless, I'm gonna accept the recommendation of probation. Placing Mr. Hicks on a probationary period of 14 months. That will place a final review date of July 18, 2024. Will be eligible for discharge after 7 months. I'm going to give a 4-month review date of September 21st at 1:30. And with the following conditions: you shall not violate any criminal law of any governmental unit, must not leave the state of Michigan without consent of the court, must make a truthful report to probation on a monthly basis, must notify probation immediately of any change of address, phone number, or employment status. You will pay the following fines, costs, and fees: $210 mandatory costs, a $100 attorney's fee, a $400 fine, $490 oversight fees at a rate of $35 per month, a $100 pre-sentence investigation substance abuse evaluation fee, total fines, costs, and fees, $1,300. Additionally, you shall not use or possess any illegal substances. You shall not use or possess any marijuana without a valid medical marijuana card. You shall not use or possess any opiates without a valid prescription and letter of explanation from the doctor. Shall not consume any alcoholic beverage. Shall not drive without a valid driver's license. You shall attend and complete the Alcohol Highway Safety Education Level 1. You shall attend and complete the Victims Impact Panel and watch the consequences video. You shall attend outpatient treatment if any positive test. He's going to go for a test today because he didn't go as ordered by probation, but since I'm certain that it's going to test positive for marijuana and he doesn't have a medical marijuana card, that means he's going to go to outpatient treatment until he gets a valid medical marijuana card. You shall submit to random urinalysis twice per month. And probation is going to contact you at the phone number ended in 8396. We're going to give you a copy of the probation order now since you are in person and since I am sending you for a drug screen across the hall. So Mr. Hicks is going to go for urinalysis. Did Mr. Davis's results come back yet?
Not yet, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead and give him his probation order, and then if he is positive for something, we'll have to notify him.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. You all can take Mr. Hicks also across for your analysis. And then we're finished with the record unless there is something else for the record.
Not from the people, Judge. Thank you.
No, I don't have anything at this time. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome.
Judge, I'm sorry, if it, not for the record, but I missed some of what the court was saying on the money. Could I just have a copy of the order sent over to me?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm all set with Mr. Hicks.